hours-ish. They're just leaving the soon now. So yeah, just keep listening on here or Convoy West, and they will give you more updates of where they're heading.
A convoy. Tens of thousands of truckers in Canada en route to their capital city, Ottawa, there to protest about vaccine mandates and much else conjured up by their Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, in the past 2 years. Figures are always hard to gauge, far less to verify, but I repeatedly read that 1.4 million people were on the move towards the Canadian capital, there to have their voices heard.
This is not really part of the official convoy yet. They're still coming. They're another hour yet, I think, away. And then there's loads of them there, all the way to the intersection. You can see them past the intersection.
Are any media in Canada supporting you, or at least arguing that you should have a right to express your views?
Yeah, not that I know of, Tucker. I think maybe Rebel News is putting out some positive stuff about the movement, but the mainline media is much the same in the USA. These guys are not our friends. They're coming after us. They're slandering really good people. Man, some of the stuff they're saying about really good people, dragging their names through the mud, it's shameful. So no fascists here. Moms and dads and kids standing around a bonfire beside me where the convoy came through here about, I don't know, half an hour ago.
Well, you know what I think is interesting is that when there's a left-wing protest on Parliament Hill, we don't see the Liberal media going through every single name of the people who attends to try and find one person that they can disparage the whole group with.
But events through Saturday morning and afternoon resembled a party more than a riot. What's more, many resented the idea protests could turn violent, represents a fringe minority, or is affiliated with white nationalism.
I wanted to show that it's not just the characterization by the media of who's in this movement, that it's not just far-right extremists, or it's not just one group, that it represents the concerns and interests of a really diverse group of Canadians.
It's such an amazing vibe right now. The people are so positive and so much love in the air right now. It's such a high.
We love ya! We're Canada, all together. You can see it. Everybody's here. Many Americans too.
My name's Leila. I'm from near Smith Falls.
Derek McCann, Windsor, Ontario.
My name is Paul. I'm from BC, Okanagan Valley.
But they're all here in Ottawa for one purpose, a demand that the federal government repeal all vaccine mandates across the board. The crowd started to arrive on Friday, and they've all got one consistent message for politicians.
I would love to have my freedoms back. I would love for everybody else to have their freedoms back. Because you know what, vax, unvax, I don't care. But you can't take away your freedoms. It's not right. We've been living in this country for so long.
and we have certain rights or freedoms that our veterans fought for, and one man is taking it away. Why? Ask him.
And the one man is Justin Trudeau in your mind?
That's him.
This started, this convoy of trucks started in BC, and they were upset about vaccine mandates for crossing the border. Do you feel that it's snowballed into lots of different issues for people as it's arrived here in Toronto?
There is so many different issues that people have, whether it's the Aboriginals and their rights and their drinking water that they don't have, or their children and the history that they lost, or whether it's our elderly, or whether it's our youth and the schools and all the rights that have been taken away from our youth, and all these masks that are starting to affect their mental capability and their social aspects. It's just not right, man. We need our country back.
We're here to end this tyranny of government. We've had enough of this. We've had enough of the shutdowns. We've had enough of it. It's time to stand up for ourselves. We're fighting for the country. We're fighting for everybody. We need our lives back. It's not about vaccine, it's about our lives.
Well, a cartoonist for the Washington Post accused the truck drivers of fascism. There's the cartoon on your screen. So a paid vassal for the world's richest man, a man who supports censorship and crushing anyone who doesn't agree with him, who treats his own legions of workers like serfs. A guy who works for that man is telling you that people who peacefully assemble to express political opinions are, quote, fascists. Really, who's the fascist? Pal.
If you look around, everybody's fed up with it. We want to move on. We're looking at parts of the states that are wide open, and we're completely shut down in this entire country. It's all Trudeau and his bullshit in the government.
A lot of people. Not like last night. Last night I could hardly walk around, but...
You know, all these people coming out, what does that say to you?
It says Canada's standing together and everybody is fighting for their freedom.
Why are you on Parliament Hill?
Why wouldn't I be? This is democracy. This is what democracy is all about. People believe that the government has overstepped with mandates, and they're here to exercise their democratic right. People give the government the power to act in accordance with their values. Well, I've always spoken out. You've seen that I've always spoken out from the very beginning about things that concerned my constituents. I will always be a voice for my constituents, and I will never be silenced.
say one thing about the protesters. Sure. You know, Canadians don't know where to turn right now. And I think the Ottawa media, the establishment media, has been looking for controversies with some of these truckers. They're trying to find all the bad things that someone might have said on social media. But you know what? There's a lot of people that are coming to Ottawa who don't know what else to do. Right. Because their lives have been impacted just as much as mine and yours the last 2 years. And they're trying to find a constructive way to let people know, hey, I'm not okay with what's happening. I'm not okay with everything the government's doing. And you know what? If they want to drive across the country, I think that's actually a really healthy way to demonstrate what you feel about something, and that should be encouraged. All I can say is that the large majority of people coming here are trying to find a constructive way to let their voices be heard, and we need to focus on that. And I trust all of our public authorities here in Ottawa are going to take all the necessary precautions to make sure that it's peaceful. And I know the organizers want to have a peaceful protest too. Thank you guys.
For the hardworking, law-abiding, peace-loving truckers who are fighting for their freedom and their livelihoods, and on whom we have depended for our very existence over the last 2 years.